big, flat, marble polished surface, and I'm suspended in space, overseeing 6 different galaxies.
Oh, very good. Do you know what galaxies those are that you're looking at?
Yeah, one of them is Andromeda,
Very nice.
and I think one of them is Milky Way also, but that is in a bit of a distance. And there is lights coming towards me from all around me now.
Very good. And as the light is approaching you, I just want you to look down at your form and tell me what you look like, starting at your feet.
Yeah, I have nothing on my feet, bare feet, and they are slender and not so big. I can see my legs up to my knees, and they are also very slender, and it's almost blue in color, shimmering from my skin.
Your
And
hands and
my hands are my it's my extraterrestrial hands with just 3 fingers and a thumb and very slender and long fingers. I've seen them many times before.
oh, very good. And who are you? What is your name in this form? Do you have a name? Just for reference, please.
I'm an expression of Chandra.
Oh, very
Uh,
good.
we are related, and I can't really recognize the name now.
That's okay. And you're what is? Are you male or female? Are you a
I feel very much a male, and yes, I'm rather tall. I think I'm 8 feet tall or something like that.
I want you to look behind you. There's a reflection of you that shows your entire persons. Go ahead and be while the lights are approaching.
Yes, I can see now. I'm definitely extraterrestrial being, a tall, slender, with a blue color in my skin. It's almost shining by itself, and my head is much bigger than on a human. It seems like I have a huge brain or something, and my cheeks are narrow, small, thin lips,
But
no ears.
your entire body is slim though, huh?
Yes, but my head is big,
Oh, very good. What
and
color
my
eyes?
neck is really slim also, so it seems like it should be heavy to hold it up, but it's not. It's
Very
okay.
good. So let's go ahead and the image will fade and you can go ahead and face the lights and tell me
Yeah,
what the lights, as they've gotten closer to you, what are the lights?
the lights are energy ships surrounding me now from different places. They are almost like they're parked up onto this slab of white marble. I think it is marble. It seems like that.
And repeat
And
that. Are they landing, you say?
they are almost like they're parking up onto this slab of marble I'm standing on,
Okay, very good.
surrounding me.
But they're elevated a little higher then, huh?
Yeah, yeah, they elevated a little bit up, but it's almost like they will not pass over onto this place. They're just surrounding me.
All the way around, front and back?
Yes.
And how many ships would you say there are?
I counted 22.
Oh my. And how do you feel? What do you think they're there for? Is there anyone coming out of the ships, or are you getting a feeling from any of the?
They they talk to me into my head. They say they are here to assist me, and they're coming from many different councils with knowledge and to help me to understand.
Do they realize that we're here to ask a bunch of questions may have been answered before from different subscribers and listeners, and of course from myself, from Hank?
I guess they know that, yes.
Okay.
Yes, they're confirming that.
Oh, very good. So should you don't have to get on the ship, or you can just be right there, and then is
We,
anyone
we,
gonna?
we can talk telepathically. I can see them through the ships. Because the ships is made out of pure energy and light. I can see the beings on there, and there are different ETs, and there are also totally energetic lights being, and they have different shape and colors.
Not that you'll need but can you just go ahead and right behind you, there's a very comfortable place for you to just sit and be very relaxed and to be able to connect. Do you mind taking a seat there? And do they mind?
I'm already sitting down with my legs crossed, so it's okay.
Very good. Something was telling me that's what you're doing. So, first of all, I like to, any of them have a message, or maybe several messages, they may already have an idea of what we're interested in. We would be very happy to go ahead and receive any messages that they may have for all of those who are listening in, or are waiting to listen in to this particular post.
Yes, they're giving a message of that they did place a new energy grid on our planet, they say about 6 weeks ago. So they placed it over the whole of the planet to help us with this ascension we're going through now. And it's also, on an energetic level, it's helping us to go through this transition to a higher knowledge and understanding, yes. And it was placed on Earth 6 weeks ago, and they say, I am going to write about it. So I guess I'm going to explain that in the writing.
Very good. And well, we're very thankful for that grid, especially if it's going to help in the ascension process. Is that correct?
That is the purpose of it, yes.
So I'm glad that they brought up the word ascension, because a lot of the questions, especially from me, have to do with ascension. I have a question from John Williams. He asks about the ascension timeline, on our linear timeline. Anything that they could share about that. And we don't care what the information is. We trust that the information that they give us is what we need to have in this moment of now. The ascension timeline. What is that?
It started long time ago. They say it started almost 6,000 years ago by preparing this planet that we live on for this timeline that is now accelerating in the ascension, because it was known that we were going to pass into this photon belt, as you like to call it. We can say that, but it's an energy belt.
Understood.
And in 2012, it started to accelerate because we were closing in. We were transporting into that energy field in another way. So we had to be prepared, and they helped us earlier to get rid of low vibrating entities and energies on this planet. And when I say they helped, it was sent out as a, uh, as a mission to all the universe and all that responded to that, that originated from the source, that mission. All that responded to that and took upon them that kind of work, moved into this area where we are, and they came from different level also. They didn't all came from one level of they're saying something. I'm listening.
Very good. And take a long, slow, deep breath. As your vibration rises, the information will come through clearer and clearer.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes because they're talking all at once, and I have to ask them because I'm vibrating a little lower than many of them, so I need to have time to translate the messages into language because they're giving images and feelings, so I have to translate that into language.
Okay. Well, we're very happy that they're there. I want you to send this telepathically out that we're happy that they're there and that they're, but if you can just tell them to please, if they could focus the energy into one particular being and to, you can
Yeah,
receive it
there
one at
is
a,
two beings now stepping out of their ship, coming towards me and sit in front of me now.
and just for the sake of the audience, could you describe them, please?
Yeah, they are. One is a high frequency level being from, I think he's saying from 11th dimension,
Very good.
and he presents himself as Ka, K-A, Ka,
Very good, Ka. Thank you so much.
and the other one is my Maya.
Uh, Welcome, Maya. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Oh, is she hugging me?
Very good.
Oh, this feels good.
So we're
Yeah.
really having us a round table here with the Galactics.
Yeah.
We're so
Yeah, they
blessed.
are focusing on our mission and want to be an assist. They want to assist us in this.
How do they
So,
feel? I'm sorry.
sorry.
I was gonna say, how do they feel about me taking questions from from the subscribers and the listeners to the messages that we've been putting out and getting there? How do they feel about us doing it this way?
They are totally okay with this as long as the question is focusing on the right things and that it's going to help us to understand what we're going through now.
Very
They
good.
are they are here for that, yes.
Excellent.
It's important for us to, as much as possible, understand what is going on because it can be very confusing for many that are holding on to low density.
Well, and then I to also, I mean, it's one thing when they're communicating with myself and Lars, and there's so much information that we believe that we've been downloaded, but then there are others who have been downloaded and have no idea, and so they're still trying to make sense of things. So it's good to understand what type of questions they have so they can see where at least the people who are listening to us are at in terms of what their knowledge and vibrate and where their vibration is at. Does that make sense?
totally understand where the question come from. And
Okay.
many of you humans need to be confirmed over and over again to trust the messages that are coming out. So they are okay with repeating themselves in a different way to make it as clear as possible for us.
Excellent. Well, I love it that you already spoke about an ascension timeline. You said when it began. Anything in terms of, a lot. Here's one of the number one question. Will this ascension process take place in our lifetime? In our lifetime.
Yes, and your lifetime is going to be extended as you're going through this extension and frequency raising energy. You're going to live longer, and there is not going to be an end of this because it's going to keep it's keep going on
Infinite.
forever now. You're going
Infinitely.
to extend, yes, you're going to extend higher and higher because when you tapped into this understanding and knowledge, the boundary for you disappear, the restriction for you disappear, and wherever you want to put your love and your uh, point your energy at, you will be able to participate in that work or area or whatever you would like to resonate with.
Understood. Thank you very much. So, if for those of you who are listening in, even though once we pass this particular threshold, it's still going to continue infinitely because creation is infinite, source is infinite, and so it's just it's just one more level. So, all right. And with that thought, here's some real quick yes and no answers. I think just to
They
get them out of.
also they want to clarify something. They
Yes,
say that
please.
it's very important for you now to understand that this is unique what is going on now in form of the intensity. The intensity now is really high, but you have been prepared for this for many, many generations. But now, as more and more waking up, you can feel the intensity of what is happening, and that will slow down. So you will not be in that hyperactivity field all the time, but there is no going back. It's going to continue to grow and exponentiality. They're going to get more and more knowledge and technology also.
Excellent. And so, with that said, all everyone is immortal. Then everyone is immortal.
Yes.
Okay. And then also, with that said, what will be the physical? You say this the intensity of this energy. Will there be something that happens to our sun? To the sun that's over the earth. I know we don't want to get into the semantics of the whole galaxy and universe. We understand that. But for our particular planet is where our focus is today, and that's where all the questions are coming from. Our particular planet, will something happen to the sun? Will it send out a particular type of energy that will cause an event that is a catalyst for the ascent, this particular special ascent?
It's already going on because as we raise to a higher frequency, who does all of this? Your solar system do that also, and of course your sun, and the intensity from the sun bursting energy, and then we don't talk about negative energy as radiation and heat, and so that can affect you physically. We just it's going to be sent out another kind of frequency uh, in another way. It's vibrating.
Vibration. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
frequency
yes.
vibration, and that's what we mean. There will the from a frequency vibration wave that will come from the sun that will ignite. Will it ignite this event or this ascension process? It's we know it's been going on for a long time, but will the sun play a part of it? the
Yeah,
frequencies.
and it's already due, and so is your planet. Your planet is also racing, and it's not like flipping a switch. It's going on a little bit at a time because it should be too overwhelming for your planet and you as inhabitant on that planet to be able to cope with that energy. So it's already going on, but it will not be like a flip of a switch and from one day to another you are in that frequency. It's not what's going to happen.
Excellent. Okay, so with that said, then we know that the sphere beings, who are high vibrational entities that are connected with Source, have been here and they've been shielding or monitoring the uh, energy that's coming from the sun. Are they still here or have they moved on? And
Now they are still here overseeing all of this extension we're going through and overseeing the work that is put into this area of our galaxy from outside. Yes, so they are still here. They are almost like foremen for the work that is going on from inside with our light beings or our new generation that coming in with a higher knowledge. They are feeding them with knowledge and understanding, and they are also feeding light workers and light beings with knowledge. And it's gradually increasing and going to do so for many years uh, into your future.
understood. And you, when you say the new generations that are coming in, are any of the new generations coming in, are they all star seeds, or listen to this, or are they some of the entities that are originally born to Earth that have passed and have ascended in, I guess, and then have decided to come back to the Earth again to help in the process? Are all the new entities coming in? Are they all star seeds, or are they original Earthlings that the first time they ever came into physical incarnation was on the Earth? I like to call them Gaians.
Yes, many of you deceased humans are deciding now to go back into your reality and be reborn because they are now coming in without that uh, memory loss. They're coming in with full knowledge where you are going, where you are reaching. So yes, many of them are going to now accept to be reborn. Or
Excellent, excellent. As well as star seeds as well. Those of who will
yes,
come from other places are coming in.
yes, and all of them has passed through the 11th dimension area to, they are there to boost their own energy. They are there if they just passed over. They're coming in there getting not healed because they are not broken or sick,
You
but
understand?
they need to recharge a little bit because this low density that are lurking still on your planet taking toll of your soul. You have
Understood.
it's like carrying a big stone on your shoulder, and when that release from your soul, it can be uh, daunting sometimes for when they pass over. But
Excellent.
it will, yes, they are coming in from different places, and there are beings now that wanted to be not deported but transported into our reality because they have just done what we are going through now, so they are coming in to help us now. They are very happy to be able to do that.
Excellent. Now, here's another high question that everyone asks. And you may have answered it before, but like I said, this is one of those we're going to just ask all these questions that people are always asking because there's always new people coming to the coming to our channel to listen to what we're saying here, what we're doing. Karma. Now, the karma, is there karma for, do, say for instance, myself and Lars and the star seeds, not the original humans who were here from the beginning, but the star seeds that are coming into uh, to manifest here, are they like such as the ones who are already here? Are do we have are we accumulating karma, or are we free from karma just by coming in to help in the process? And you've answered this before, but I just want to restate this one again.
Yes, we can. We will try to put this maybe a little different way. Everyone that passes over, as you say, when they die, are are released from everything that they were holding on earlier. So everyone that is coming in now, and everyone that also is already manifested here, are released from that, because you no longer need to collect all emotions, feelings, understanding, and knowledge to feed into to the source library as you have done before. That is already done now. That's why we are able to transit into an higher frequency, and all that is released. So the karma has no role in no one's life anymore.
Oh, very good.
And the karma was uh, misunderstood many times as something we had to, like a punishment. We did something wrong, and we had to do it over until we get it right. It was not never meant to be like that. It was meant for you to set the path for your life you choose here, and to guide you in your life, and never a punishment. Never.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much. This is a question that they were asking. How many civilizations have ascended from Earth? I mean, literally, like actually ascended from Earth. Um,
Many in different time area, many different civilization. We can say at least 12 came out of this planet on different purposes, and we think you are aware of 7, but there were more.
okay, very good. But this particular ascension, as you say, is different from all of the other 12. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Because
the other ascension that was done was not in balance. It was not in balance with knowledge, understanding, frequency, and technology. And there was an unbalance, and there cannot be unbalanced. Everything needs to be in balance. So therefore, it's just ended because it was not able to hold on to where they were. So they descended to other areas in the universe, and they descended to other planets, but they are still souls, of course, because we
understood.
are immortal.
Excellent. Um, are there civil? Is there a civilization, or maybe more than one civilization that has ascended and has not left the planet, such as underwater civilizations that have ascended to higher vibrations? Is there anyone on this planet in a higher vibration other than the third dimension, um, in terms
We,
of their
yes,
consciousness?
we confirm this, but we will not go into details. But yes, you know, in the future, you will be very much aware of this, but not sinister or nothing bad for you, or nothing that is threatening your existence in any way.
Okay.
Yes,
We're
they
not
are.
thinking of it in a fearful way. We're not thinking, and you say you confirmed it before, but you're not going to go into detail. But is this a civilization like the civilization we keep hearing about, Agartha?
Yes, some of you call it that, some of you call it other things, but they are being entities here on your planet, and they are mostly under your seas and under your water, and they are working together with entity from outside now also to help you going through this. Yes.
Very good. And here's another question. We hear that there's a breakaway civilizations, whereas three-dimensional entities who have done some trading with some extraterrestrials and have kept all that knowledge and information for themselves, and that have moved away or have themselves out of the connection with the main civilization on the land. Are there breakaway civilizations here as well?
No, they are no longer allowed to keep on to low vibrational energy. So we can say they have given the opportunity to move elsewhere, and also there was a decree from source that we were allowed earlier in your history to transport them off this planet.
So there were in the past breakaway civilizations.
There were civilizations that tried to work with other entities coming from outside. There were experiments going on, and they tried to keep the low density of the population of the planet while the self sit higher up and rule like gods and kings. Yes.
Understood. All right, that answers the question. Thank you very, very much with that. I'm going to keep just going down these. Some of the questions that they asked were some of the same questions, so I just can knock all that out at the exact same time while we were on the subject matter. So here's another question. We've been told that there is oh, Jalen. She asked about what's the difference between, are there twin flames? And I know that you said that Eddie and I were soulmates, but can you tell us the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate, or are those just the same words? Because a lot of people here on the planet, and you've actually told me that Eddie was you said once at one time they said it was my twin flame, and that we were the same energy vibration, almost melding together, and another said it was my soulmate. So could you just elaborate on twin flames and soulmate for the listeners, Jalen in particular?
Yes, we would love to
Thank
try
you.
to explain this. And you're almost talking about the same thing, but you have two different labels on it. But it's a little bit different. We understand that you call a twin flame. It's almost when you got this feeling that you are connected to someone in your reality, it's often coming out that you are created in the same time, or you have manifested in the same time and have the same focus and path. But your soulmate is one that you have made a lot of different work out of different community or councils. You have decided to work in a group together. There can be two, there can be more, there can be hundreds. And when you meet them again in your lifetime, you feel this attachment that are on a very deep level, or rather say a very high level, because you are here together and you decided that now we're going to do this here, maybe on the opposite side of the planet, but anyway, when you come together, you feel the connection. Yeah, and that's why you used label as a twin soul or uh, um,
Soulmate. So say for instance, Lars and I could be soulmates because we've done this type of work before and we recognize each other's energy signature.
yes.
Whereas a twin flame, a lot of times people think they're I don't know, people get it all sort of missed. She asked when Jalen asked about twin flames, she was speaking about someone who she met that, like, she, I guess almost like she instantly fell in love with them, and possibly in a romantic sort of way. It seems like that, but she may have been wrong, and that's why I was trying to get the.
We can explain this like that.
Okay,
When
very
you
good.
feel that way, you often have shared earlier manifestation, or yeah, you have been involved in a family together, or in a close proximity of, uh, maybe you were living in a village together a long time ago in another life, and you decided to get married, or you even could be siblings. And when you manifested back and incarnated again, you still have that as an experience together, and that can draw you together again. It's not that you always have to be in lover in an earlier life. You can be parents, children, you can be siblings, whatever, but it's a close relationship with another being,
So
and that
that's
often come out of earlier life experience.
excellent. So that's the difference between, say, like a twin flame as opposed to a soulmate.
Yes, as at the way you explained that
Yes, exactly. That particular
experience.
scenario.
Yeah,
So, say for instance, like with Eddie and I, we could be soulmates and twin flames at the same time.
yeah, many of you are.
Oh, very good. Thank you very much for that. I know Jalen will be happy. And okay, I'm just going to keep going down the list, and I'm trying to keep the questions around the same area of where the questions are. Let's see. Oh, here's a question. What is the origin of the Rh negative blood? And a lot of people say that that's some type of proof that they have extraterrestrial blood in them or what have you. Rh negative blood. Does that what significance does that play when human beings have that particular type of blood type? Please, Ka or Maya, could you explain that?
Yes, it started before human or Homo sapiens were manifesting here. It
Okay.
started as early as Homo erectus, Homo habilis, that were under the influence from entities from what you say outer space.
Okay.
They come in here and presented themselves as royalty. They presented themselves as Anunnaki. That means blood of the kings.
Ah, very good. I'm glad you asked. That's already a question answered. Continue,
Yes,
please. I'm
and
sorry.
they started to do uh, genetic manipulation of those beings here now then, and they come upon a problem that the the some of you genes was not compatible with them. You have 46, they have 48, so they have to find a way to merge genes to become one. That was what they did in that timeline. And then when uh, you were developing into another species by the they're giving me a lot of images. Hang on, I will try to explain it. They show me now when people left Africa and spread out of Europe, many of them that has been subjected to this experiment uh, had, you call it, uh,
With the RH blood, with the
yeah,
extraterrestrial blood.
they were this. uncontrolled changes in your DNA that you call, they try to say the word for me, but I can't hear.
And take a long, slow, deep breath. Inhale deeply. And feel the relaxation moving through your body as your vibration continues to
Mutation, they say.
ah
You did some
mutation.
mutation when you
Okay.
left Africa's plains,
Okay, very good.
and that has been going on. But what you call RH
Negative
is a,
blood.
yeah, that is a protein that is necessary for you to help to get rid of carbon dioxide out of your red blood cells. And when you're on RH negative, as you would say, you have a lack of that. And that can play a role if you're trying to create a new life, if you're getting pregnant, because it can have a negative effect on the baby because the mother can develop antibodies. So her body will perceive this baby inside like a danger to her body. And that is not so good. So therefore, it's really good for you to check up on your blood type. There is 5 different uh, blood types, and then you are RH negative or RH positive. And all of that happened out of that experiment that was going on for another creature that turned into Homo sapiens.
Very good. I just wanted to. I'm not familiar. I hear that kind of stuff or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, okay. So it was a question, so I thought I'd ask. Um, so with that being said, then we were speaking about the royal blood and that type of thing, and use the word Anunnaki. Were the royal? They say that the royal family in of Great Britain, well, were reptilian. Are reptilians and Anunnaki, are they synonymous with each other? Are they the same entities?
Yeah, they
Or
came out of that experiment that they did when they merged these genes together. And as you know, royalty used to marry within their own kind. So their mutation were more frequently. And so, yes, you can say that they came out of reptilians because it was them that came in here to do this with the living beings here at that time.
understood.
Now,
And as far as the Anunnaki are concerned, are the Anunnaki reptilian? Because you see,
they use that because Anarchy is the word for royal blood.
royal blood,
It's an
yes,
old Greek word for royal blood.
yes.
And they use them as they present themselves when they came in here for this, we can say, people with not that much knowledge to be royalty, to take the control and power. And
Understood.
so they were not needed to fight any war against the people who already inhabit this planet.
Excellent. So, in terms of, I know that if you're a fifth dimensional being without a physical body and you're just an energy entity, that you can shape shift into any type of, you can, whatever form that you'd like to take. Is that so? When you're a fifth dimensional being, fifth,
In a way, you can't take your physical body with you when you travel or like that because, but when you're free out of your uh, physical body, you can take shape to show up for others that are manifested,
so
but
when
they
I,
will have problem with sometimes see you as you want them to see you. They can see you as ghosts or black shadows or something like that. But there's
understand.
nothing evil in that. It's just an attempt to manifest so they can be seen. But you have to be in a higher frequency than fifth to be able to do this really in a concrete way.
Understood. So I'm so glad that you said that. So, because I'm going to stay with this just for a second here. So, say for instance, if you're an 11th dimensional being or a 7th dimensional being, you can choose whatever form, even though it's a holographic form, for reference, for reference to take different forms. It's possible to do that there. Yes. Yes.
Yes, but
Okay.
it's originating out the wish to be able to communicate, of course.
Okay, exactly. Now, you said the word ghost because I was going to ask you what are ghosts, and if you can just say yes or no. So are ghosts disembodied spirits who have what? What are ghosts?
Yes, they are souls. They are trying to communicate with you, and often they are related to you, and they have not yet decided what path they will take in what you call the afterlife. They are still in this realm of being transcended to different areas of, you can say it, work. So a different area of work.
Okay,
They are they are not stuck here, but they not yet decided where to go.
excellent. So that's a ghost. So then what would be a poltergeist then?
It's just another way for them to try to get uh, uh, contact with you.
Okay, they say
They try to move things around with their energy bodies to make you aware that, hello, we're here, see us, talk to us, we love you, we are still with you.
well
It's just another way.
they project poltergeist here on the planet in a very negative way. They say they're mischievous, that they are sometimes the ghosts who haven't passed on that are angry and upset and
Often it's just a lack for them to control their energy level. So if it seems like it's a very aggressive thing that is happening, it's just them that not adjusted to the amount of energy they have access to. So no, there's nothing evil in that or nothing bad in that.
okay, very good. And here's the next question because these all questions tie together. I'm so happy the way this is happening. Uh, one of the subscribers asked, when a soul departs this platform, that's the way they go to the other side, like when they pass on, uh, must they go follow the white light or go through a tunnel of white light? And like if, say for instance, you say a ghost hadn't decided its path, will the ghost eventually go into the white light when it's on the path and leave this focus here, or is that
They have already passed that, and where you can, it's not like a, it's you can see it as a light, but it's like a membrane. When you pass over, you pass through a membrane into another frequency and understanding. So it's like you're passing through a sheet or of cloth. You threw it apart to pass through that, but you can
understood?
see it as a light because it's just made out of energy. And they are not lingering here. They have already passed over, but they have decided to stay on in contact with you or with their beloved ones. And sometimes to help them, sometimes to make them understand that dying is not the end. It's just another reality.
Okay, so everyone who dies goes through this veil of this membrane, or some call it the
Yes.
white light. But even after they've passed through that veil, because now they're no longer physically embodied, and they are now energetically embodied and in a different vibrational, they can be ghosts because they have passed through the membrane and they haven't decided which direction they're going to go yet. Is that it? Suffice to say?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
very good,
That's
very
why
good.
you once upon a time uh, perceive ghosts some entity with a sheet over their head. You
Yes.
because you that was the way they showed themselves. So they are on the other side of this energy field or this white light and trying to communicate with you in different way. They can do this through uh, open people like medium also because they are tapping into that frequency in a better way than average man can do. All of you can do it. It's just a matter of train that ability that you all have.
Oh, very good. So this is some of those ascension questions, and I just saw this. I just realized this, but I told this person I would definitely get this information, and this is about. They say after the ascension process, which I think it's okay. It doesn't matter what I think about it. It says, "Will our flesh be gone after we go through this and be in a light body after we ascend, and if so, and if not, if they have bad teeth, will they still have bad teeth? Will their bad teeth be cured? And if they drink alcohol, will that stop them from ascending?" And those were their questions. How will their flesh be gone after they ascend? And if not, will it cure their bad teeth? And would it be okay if they still drink alcohol and still be able to ascend, like if they drank wine with their dinner or something? Because this person was very religious, and so could you please?
Yeah, we were just going to ask that question if that come from a religious person.
Yes.
And yes, it's like, why should you keep on to that? And yes, the flesh is gone. The flesh is what you are putting in your grave. This is just a
A vehicle.
body for you to manifest in. It's like, why should you ever want to carry that weight with you when you don't have to, when
Okay.
you're totally free out of boundaries? And no, there is no alcohol here. And you don't need it because here you are love. Here you're receiving love. So why would you put alcohol in anything to not be able to receive that?
Okay, so let's just make sure we're really clear with this question. He's talking about, and I believe it's a male. I don't know. It's something. It's HSP Spoon or something like that. I think it's all the same people as some others. But it says, "Will our flesh be gone?" So after the ascension process, after we ascend to a higher vibrational frequency, Homo sapien, will we still have our body, or will the flesh be gone? That's what they're asking. So if
The
it happens.
flesh, after you die, the flesh will be gone.
No, 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 no. Not after we're gone. Say, for instance, we're talking about the ascension process.
Yeah,
So,
then you can keep on the body if you want,
okay, our flesh will
because
not be
you
gone, but okay,
no, you will still have the flesh.
yes.
And yes, you will be able to heal every shortcoming of your body, and there will be entities here to help you with that. So in that case, you have bad teeth, you will be helped with that. You will still be able to age, getting older, but you will keep a higher frequency level that make you feel energetic and powerful and not sick in any way.
Well, I was told that we would be able to make ourselves the optimum age
You
after
will
we.
feel the optimum age, but your body is still uh, are still affected by oxygen in your environment, and the oxygen is what's making you older. But you will not lose your power or your energy. And yes, you are going to be healed both out of technology and out of the healing in itself that come from source. There will be entities here to help you with your teeth, with your bones, with whatever, so you will feel much more healthier. Yes.
Excellent. So here's another question that I thought was really, really interesting. This is from, oh, that was 3HM Spoon who asked those questions. And this is from Williams, John Williams, he was asking, I thought this was a really interesting question. Will they develop technology that can speak to the dead other than mediums, QHHT, guided visualizations, or that type of thing? He said some type of telephone, like a actual device, some type of device that they can go, "Hello, Grandma, how are you on the other side?" After this, they're asking, is that type of technology going to come to the planet?
You are not going to be in need of any telephone or technology. You will always be able to connect to anyone you want to connect to on an energetic level and a telepathic level. So you will all become medium. You will all become telephones. That's just a part of the extension to a higher new understanding and knowledge.
All right, very good. These really interesting questions like this. Here's another one I thought was really interesting. Somehow, this person said that only 20% of humans have a soul because of some genetic modification that had been taking place with grays or whatever. And they want to know, is that true? So 20% of the planet right now are somehow genetically modified by grays and don't have a soul. I had never heard of that before, but
No, the only ones that don't have a soul is some kind of the gray ones, you call them.
okay. And here's
All
a,
living entities on this planet has a soul and was coming in here by a purpose, of course.
I love the way this,
Sometimes you can maybe feel like people are soulless because they have show no emotion, show no feeling,
yes,
but that is due to mental health. That is due to that need. They need to be cured and healed. They have gone through difficult times and are really vibrating in a low density. So they are the ones that others will really focus on helping transcending into another reality. And
excellent.
even some of them can decide that they want not to go through this extension, and then they will be transported almost like to a hospital ward where they will be totally cared for with love and whatever they need. We're all going to be provided with whatever we need.
Excellent. Here is another question that came up from a Barry Barber. Lars said in one of the sessions that he was working with, he said element, and I forgot what the element was. And then Barry Barber said, oh, that's phosphorus. And he says his question was, will phosphorus be the element that gives us free energy? And I was in terms of technology. And so,
The technology he was talking about, the element 15, no, it's not phosphorus if you check it out.
okay, very good.
But you can see that the technology that he is working on, and he's off now working on that, is a form that you will be able to program different matter in this universe where you live. You have a lot of them uh, already on your planet, and some other will be brought to you, and some of them you also will be able to collect. And then you're going to almost you're treating the matter as you are putting a program into a computer, and that matter take the form of whatever you need. It can take the form of being a very high developed energy source in form of electricity or heat to housing, and it's taking the never-ending sources out of the space. So it's really renewable sources they are going to use, and it's totally free because it's run on its own energy.
Excellent. I am very happy that you were able to answer all of these questions. I have more questions. I just wanted to 3HM M Spoon, Barry Barbara, Night Child, John Williams, Zach Droby, Jalen Key, and Britt Geezer for their questions. And I'm very appreciative. This next part here will be some of the questions that I had to ask, and I'll ask those now.